Hey everyone, welcome back to the Citystead. So today we're doing a collaboration video and it's been a lot of fun. There's been some really good videos out there. And it was started by Two Wild Onions Homestead. And I can't help but think of, you ever see Saturday Night Live? You know, two wild and crazy guys. Every time I hear that name, that's all that I think of. I don't know why, but I just do. I think it's kind of funny. But they did a really good collaboration they started, and it's interesting to hear some of the different thought processes and how people came about it. So our friends at Forgotten Way Farms is the people who tagged us in this video collaboration. And they are wonderful people. I really enjoy all of the stuff that they put out on their channel. It's really good stuff. We had a few of those 12 mugs of Christmas drinks that they did over the holiday season. That was really good, and that was a lot of fun for us to make those drinks. So they tagged us in this video about how did your homestead get its name? And it's a really good question, you know, because a lot of people, a lot goes into a name. A lot of thinking goes involved to creating a name for your homestead. And for us that do also YouTube and stuff on the side, you're also creating a brand name. So you got to put a lot of thought and into the process of thinking of a name. And it's got to be something that kind of explains what you're doing and, you know, maybe where you're doing it, you know, give the people an idea when they first see it of what's going on your channel or on your homestead, or if you're selling products, you know, what your name of your brand is. So you don't want to pick out something that's super long that's hard for people to remember, and you don't want to be like aloof with it either. So you got to really think about it. And Morgan did a really good video about names of homesteads, and I'll put a link for it up here. It's really good. Made me think about when I thought about my name, and I thought about my name for a long time. So I really wanted to start a channel, and of course you got to have a name for your channel. You can't just start it. And you know, then I started thinking, all right, if I want to grow my area here and sell products and all that, what would be a really good name that's catchy and easy for people to remember, and it's kind of precise and to the point? So for me, there was a lot of thought process put into this. It took months before I could figure out what I was going to call myself. And I kept thinking about it, and a lot of people name their homestead after features they have on their homestead, like a lake or a creek, or maybe they're in a certain area and they use that as part of their homestead name. And, well, I'm in an urban environment. I don't really have landmarks anywhere. I mean, you can see a cemetery from my backyard, but I'm not sure anything really goes with that to entice people to be interested in my homestead journey here. So that was kind of out the window. I don't really have a landmark I can use, and our town name doesn't really flow very well for anything. And I thought about like a street. Nothing like that works very well. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't have like a pizzazz to it. So kind of all that was out, you know. And then another way to use people use their names a lot. Well, my name is really hard to say. If you hear what my name is and then you see the spelling of my name, it's easy. You know, then it's easy. Nobody has a problem with saying it after that. But it's getting to that point that people seem to have a problem with. They don't understand how to say it correctly. And also, if they do know how to say it, they just think of a city in New York. So it's really, you know, my name wasn't really a good option, I don't think, for naming a homestead. So then I was thinking about different things. And I'm in an urban environment, and I'm trying to homestead. Now, it's probably not the most popular thing going on right now, although it should be. If you live in an urban environment, you should be out there trying to homestead your backyard. So I was trying to put things together. Homestead, urban, you know, homestead, and I couldn't think of anything. And then I thought of, all right, urban, you know, city. Okay, I live in a city. What can I do with city? Can I do anything with city? And I thought about it for a while, you know, and things like the city homestead, it just doesn't flow. The city, you know, city limits homestead, stuff like that, and it just never really worked. And then one day, I just literally was writing it down, and it hit me. City, homestead. City, homestead. So I put those together, and I finally got Citystead. Perfect. It's exactly what I would want in a name. It's very precise, to the point, and if you think about it, it really makes a lot of sense. I'm in the city and I want to homestead. So I'm building an urban homestead here in my city. And Citystead is a perfect way to describe it. It's very clean and neat of a name. And after I saw it, I was like, this is it. I found my name finally. And then it was a lot of dumb luck, because after you find your name, you have to go see, can I use this name? So then you have to go out and find out if there's a channel available. You got to go find out if there's businesses that have that name. You have to find out if there's a web, if you can actually own the domain for that name. And then we're looking at social media to make sure that social media accounts are available for that name. And all of that happened to just be available. And I thought, I can't believe that these are there for me. So finding my homestead name was kind of a stroke of luck, I guess you could say. And then after the luck hit, it was really just a whole lot of everything fell into place. And sometimes when that's what it's meant to be, that's what happens. Things just seem to happen and fall right to where they should be. So that's how the Citystead came to be. It's not really a big, elaborate story or anything. It's just literally me trying to think of ways to explain what I'm doing here. And that worked and fit really well and was available. And so that's how we came up with it. That was it. So part of the challenge is to tag some other channels. And there's some really good names out there, and I really enjoy a bunch of these channels. And I've tried to narrow it down. So there's a few that I narrowed it down to. So as soon as I saw this channel's name, I knew I was going to follow them, because it's everything I could think of when I was thinking of the name. First person I want to tag is You Can't Eat the Grass. Now, I love that name. It's so perfect. It's what I think about my backyard every time I look out there and I see all that grass. And I'm like, I can't eat that. Why do I have it? Like, I just mow grass. For what reason? So that's, you know, I love the name. That's a perfect name. So you guys, I want to know what made you guys come up with that name. Because it's brilliant. I love it. And then, so there's a new channel out, and holy smokes, 2 videos in and they're killing it already. They, clearly they know what they're doing with a video camera. So I watched both their videos, and I don't remember if they said why they're called this, so I really like to know why. Elk and Anchor Homestead. That's a good name. I like it. I really like the name. So I kind of want to know why Elk and Anchor. What's the Elk and Anchor about? So you guys have been tagged. Another one. This is another kind of bigger channel, I guess. Bumblebee Junction. I like that name too. It's just really good. It's interesting, you know. Like you see it and you're like, Bumblebee Junction. I don't know. There's just something about that name that really gets me. Really catches my attention, you know. So I'd like to know the story about how they came up with the name Bumblebee Junction. And let's see. Oh, one more channel, and I don't know if they'll do this or not, but it's a really good channel. I love this channel. And when I first found them, I could not stop watching. I went back and watched everything. And they have an incredible journey and just great outlooks on life and just awesome seeming people. And I've never met them or anything, but I'm sure that they come off like they are in their videos, that they're just amazing people. And that's Sow the Land. That's a great name. Sow the Land, you know, like, I don't know. There's just something about that. It's very, I don't know. It just gets me. I just see the name and I'm like, yeah, Sow the Land. Like, I love that name. So I'd like to know how you guys came up with that name and why you picked it. You know, that'd be interesting to hear. So that's it. Those are my tags, and I am going to get out of here because it's freezing outside. It's like 7 degrees. So inside I go. We'll see you guys later. We're out of here.